Hello, I'm Bremner Nikesh,
I'm Max Brinker.
And I'm Logan Bortry.
and we're the Microfluidic Chumps.
So for our senior design project, we were working under Dr. Cheng-Fu Chen and master student Josh McCacken to develop an inexpensive microfluidic syringe pump. So microfluidics is a newly emerging field of research that deals with the study of systems that operate on a very small scale. There are a number of biomedical and engineering applications, and microfluidics typically deals in terms of microliters. As of now, this field of research has a rather large barrier of entry, as a typical microfluidic pump costs upwards of $1,000. So me and my colleagues have been working on developing a cheap, replicable syringe pump that can reliably deliver small amounts of fluid so as to equip independent researchers with little funding.
For our project, we decided to do a microfluidic syringe pump. Syringe pumps, we believe, are able to get the most exact flow out of all of the microfluidic pumps, and the most simplest design as well, as we are trying to keep costs down, as Logan said. And so again, most of our parts are made out of PLA or easily and cheaply bought off of Amazon. The way a syringe pump works is that a motor depresses a syringe, much like humans depress syringes, but at a mechanical and very exact scale, so that we are able to achieve the 1 microliter per minute that is desirable.
To control the entire process of depressing the syringe, we decided to use just over-the-counter 3D printer electronics. And so we went for a ARM-based motherboard from a 3D printer, which can drive up to 5 pumps very precisely using this thing called microstepping, where it breaks down an individual stepper motor step into its kind of component parts using differential activation of the magnets within the motor. One of the perks about this is that you can actually use effectively any 3D printer motherboard that's capable of using the firmware we use, Marlin, which is a very common 3D printer firmware. And so going forward, if a researcher wanted to build one of these, all they'd have to do is go out and buy a 3D printer motherboard brain, the 3D printer parts that Max talked about, and then print out the remaining plastic parts that we designed. This would make this really easy for people to build for very little money.